Framing. I used to have a lot of misconceptions about this, so that's what this video is about. I asked for questions and somebody just said framing. Well, that's hate to break it to you, a pretty esoteric term. And once you start really cracking into how you're doing it. I'll go over how I was confused about it. We'll look at it in 3 different spots. This is just kind of not any specific technique. It's how to think about frames. First off, let's look at a real common situation where I'm under side control. Okay, so a lot of people hook here to stop them from going to north-south. However, I'm gonna have this hand out. Let's turn this way. I'm gonna have this hand out, okay? Because here's the thing, if I'm in here, drop your hip, Micah. That's gonna smash me, come back up. If I will, think about this, raise up with my elbow, right on his hip flexor, right? It don't feel good, does it? Start trying to drop your hip down on it, right? You don't have base, okay? So that's where I can use this here, right there on the hip. This doesn't really do anything. This is easy to deal with. Here, have an active frame with this inside from the side control. Here's another misconception, turn back. Cross face, what are you doing with that? Right, like it's really not that good because I don't have my elbow on the inside position. If you want your cross face to be a frame, you need to get it in that brachial center, right? Like right where his shoulder ties in. So if I have that on the inside position and I start raising like I'm combing my hair, look how I can get weight displaced off of me. And guys, frames a lot of times they're like this, they're bent. Okay, try and come back into me. And here's another big concept. I'm not pushing him away, I'm keeping him here with my frame. A lot of times people are like, you sort of can do that on some of this, but it's more about keeping you where you are and me moving back. I'm not necessarily always, I'm pushing you away and I'm moving back at the same time, right? It's like I push you away, then I move back from that point, okay? Let's look at a framing concept with a different position inside of the mount, 2 observations. Here's what really bothers people is when they get stuck under mount and there's an arm under the head, right? Like I want to frame, come back up. I want to frame across here, but you can't do that all the time, right? Come back down. He's down, chest to chest. So how am I going to get my arm in there? Yeah, you can bump and do something, but look, I'm going to get my arm inside here and I'm going to bridge, turning my knee this way, and I'm going to connect to his body here. Okay, now from this point, I'm going to keep him there. I've got more weight shifted to his knee, and then I can start working out, okay, into a hip escape or a knee elbow. Okay, here's another idea. A lot of times people have a real big misconception on this frame, that it's just the reinforcement of this arm, this what's doing everything. Come down. This is part of the frame. See if you can put your arm behind your back, just like you're in a handcuffs. Yes, and yeah, there you go. So here, it's going across, but I'm hinging at the elbow. So I push this hip, and then I hinge. So I'm actually framing more so, in my opinion, with my elbow, right? So I can do the elbow escape. So those are some big framing concepts for me from mount. And then the basic misconception, it's not, that can do what it just did, but then I have to do something else. Watch here, come back down. You're gonna stay here, sir. Oh, come on. Framing. Okay, I like this escape a lot. Involves framing, but from the back control, okay? Learned it from Papaw Hickson. So, and both private lessons I do with this guy, he broke it down a couple of keynote ways. Like one, he's already got the seatbelt, I'm late. He's telling me what way to go whenever he gets the seatbelt. This way. Look, his top arm is gonna point the way, right? Now, where does the framing part come in? Okay, so start with no seatbelt. I'm gonna start here. He's gonna come in Do this so we can get the best angle. Yes, right there. So look here. I'm driving from that, but I've got to rotate here. Now, this is going to be the frame. It's going to come across his waist like a seatbelt, and I'm driving from my foot into the mat to get this connected to the floor. Start trying to come up. It's going to keep you there as I retract. Okay? Then I can be, you'll come up off a hip. I may throw in a belly tudo guard or something like that, right? But you've got a frame. Let's see. First, yes, exactly. This, exactly. Okay, you get yelled at about that if you don't do that. Not by me, but other people. I might yell at you too. Oh yes. So you got the bridge. This is a position. This is about to pop up. Bring that hip up a little more. Oh. Now I'm going to start trying to mount you. Got to get this elbow to the mat. Yeah, little shepherd's cane, sir. Yeah. Now just keep me here. You walk back. Keep me here. Yeah, right on your side. Come on. Yeah. Oh, yes. Right. You're just walking away. But you're not pushing me back. You're just keeping me there. You're going back. It's like a doorstop. Right? It's a barrier that they are having a hard time getting around. It's not going to work forever. You need to move away from it and disconnect or use it to go into a better connection, better positioning. Right? Framing.